Click below to watch the original Sins video or to buy Despicable Me 2. Alternatively, click the link on screen now to watch Everything Wrong with Despicable Me, the original, just in case you want to watch that before you watch this.
If you think this 14 seconds of unnecessary minioning just for a fucking logo is annoying, well, then you should immediately drug yourself before watching the actual movie.
But if I drug myself before I watched the movie... Oh wait, that's the point. I get it now, never mind.
Jesus, can't any characters that are prominently yellow say anything comprehensible in these movies?
That guy's not yellow, those are his clothes.
This guy loves his gun so much that he refuses to let it go, even when he's being pulled up high enough that certain death is imminent.
That height wouldn't be enough for certain death in real life, let alone the Despicable Me universe where everything is run by the rules of cartoon physics.
Cool shot and all, but why are metal objects falling? I thought everything was being sucked up into the magnetic space croissant.
I'm removing a sin for magnetic space croissant.
Motherfucker, it takes all of 3 minutes to literally head straight into the toilet.
You can't use the word literally there. Even though there is literally a toilet on screen, we're not literally heading into it.
In this version of the universe, the Arctic Circle is located near South Sudan, considering these latitude-longitude numbers.
That was actually a really good spot.
Gru's house came with a pre-installed Fairy Princess pulley system.
You know, I'm fairly sure those are just called pulley systems and can be used for more than just fairy princesses.
It is I, Gru's Zinkerbell.
Since the Fairy Princess just canceled a few minutes ago, this suggests Gru had this entire getup, which fits perfectly at the ready.
We don't need to judge Gru for what he gets up to in the privacy of his own home.
Movie tells me pretty early it's going to continue the series' assault on perspective and physics, and I'm so thankful I'm going to add 10 extra sins for the remaining bullshit of its runtime.
That was only like 5 dings. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Jay, you're being really nitpicky and pedantic with that one, and to that I would say, yeah, I have a serious problem.
I know Lucy's focused on driving here, but Gru's in the trunk, so you'd think she'd check the rearview mirror a couple of times. But no, let's let this minion-y tomfoolery unfold for an interminable amount of time.
She does that thing that you're complaining about her not doing literally the second after you finish making that sin.
Movie continues the tradition of its main characters acting in very non-discreet and borderline dangerous ways with absolutely no consequence.
Just to be clear, this is the behavior that Jeremy considers borderline dangerous.
We interrupt this Despicable Me movie to bring you Finding Nemo 2, Find Harder.
This movie had some fish in it, that movie had some fish in it, and that's a sin. Also, seeing this footage made me think of Subnautica, and now I'm scared.
Jillian said she was arranging a date for you.
Yeah, well, she is a nut job and I'm not going on any date.
Steve Carell must have thought the voice of Gru had too much nuance in the last movie and decided to shout his dialogue in the sequel. Also, I don't know why it's so hard for Gru to get a date, with his obvious advantage in a 69.
As I remove this sin, I want you to know that you disgust me.
This is why the jellies and jams business hasn't taken off. These minions make everything inefficient.
Although they are doing things in very slow ways, we don't know how efficient the minions are as a workforce. This is because in this situation the most important form of efficiency is cost effectiveness, and we don't know how much Gru pays the minions.
The fact that I was actively rooting for this minion to hit the cold metal of the lab floor tells you exactly my opinion of these piss-flavored tater tots.
Yeah, but based on the physics on display in this movie, it would be fine no matter what it landed on. Also, piss-flavored? Not everything yellow tastes like piss, Jeremy.
Just because everybody hates it doesn't mean it's not good.
I'm sorry, I just saw that opportunity and wanted to take some cheap shots.
21, fart gun, salute! I counted 22.
God damn this movie for half of its jokes so far being fart-based.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie, as fart jokes go, that one was pretty good.
Are you sure we should be doing this?
Given the unfettered internet access for these kids, I assume this means Agnes's first exposure to 2 girls, 1 cup.
That's not okay.
I guess the only way this minion romantic fantasy can end is with full body insertion.
I'm sorry, what? Why? What possible train of thought took you to that conclusion? You saying that you don't think minions have genitalia? Because, I mean, first of all, I'd definitely like to see your source on that one. And then, even if they don't, the next logical step from there isn't, well, I guess I should climb inside you.
Hard to tell if Gru just automatically pictures all people in lucha libre masks.
Do you not?
Kevin, Jerry, watch the girls for me, okay? Dave, Stuart, come this way, with me.
It's not that I don't know these minions have names, like Dave and Kevin and Sammy and Dick and Francis and all that.
Thanks for the examples of names, as before watching this video, I was unaware of what a name is.
It's not that I don't know these minions have names, like Dave and Kevin and Sammy and Dick.
Haha, Dick.
It's like Dave and Kevin and Sammy and Dick and Francis and all that. It's just that I don't care.
I'll be honest, I don't really care either, but what is it you'd like the movie to do differently here? Gru was addressing the minions, so he did it by name. It's not like the movie took some time out to go, this is a minion, and it has a name, and this is what the minion's name is, and all the other minions have names as well, and here's what all of their names are. No, the movie was just using their names to refer to them, which is what a name is for.
Oh no. That's not good.
Busy Man is so busy he's throwing away a beverage that's still piping hot.
He also tries to chase down the trash can after it runs away instead of reacting like any human person would.
Movie continues to pad its runtime by accosting me with this Disney Channel bullshit that contributes nothing to the plot.
As ways to pad out the runtime go, adding a fully fleshed out B story is one of the better ways.
The straight-up drugging and torture of this poor lady, who was conceited and polite, but certainly not horrible, is played as a casual meet-cute between our actual protagonists. Of course this is a f***ing kids movie.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but for it to be torture, doesn't it have to be pain that's been inflicted deliberately?
Also, when Lucy knocked Gru unconscious earlier in the film, she put him in the trunk. But this woman gets to be tied to the roof for all the world to see.
I mean, maybe there's stuff in the trunk.
Definitely gonna remove a sin for this dope Pharrell track, but it also reminds me that this song lost the Oscar to Let It Go that year. Let it go! Let it go?
Wow, Jeremy, you really seem to be holding a grudge against that one song. You know, I think you should really just learn to not do that.
It's empty, but we found traces of the PX41 serum in it.
Empty? Empty? Fucking what? You can literally see that there is still some of the serum in it.
He never mentioned that you were both working for the Anti-Villain League.
Lucy, who's supposed to be a highly trained spy, allowed her actual work badge to be stolen by a chicken.
Oh, I guess she must have been sick on the day that she was supposed to be trained how to deal with chicken pickpockets. It's the first thing they teach you in any decent academy for secret agents. Always, always be suspicious of chickens.
Gru takes the motorbike of villainy, or whatever the f it's called, instead of his normal Gru-mobile, because this franchise can't be dependent on only selling Minion toys.
First of all, yes, it fucking can. Have you seen how many Minion toys there are around the place? And secondly, if you're going to be sinning something for being a clear attempt at merchandising, I'm fairly sure that those new purple Minions that this movie introduces would definitely be the best target.
I imagine the pitch for this last act was something like, the Green Goblin Wolverine takes the serum and becomes Grimace, who King Kongs for a little bit. But then Harry Potter remembered he had the basilisk tooth, and then the bad guy does a Jim Carrey impression before he's defeated.
What the fuck are you on about? And that's that. The sin total was 24 sins. And let's say the punishment is 69 from Gru's nose. But don't be going anywhere yet, because today I've got not one, but two end segments for you. Let's start with the first one. So for the first end segment, let's look at some of the comments on the original Sins video, shall we? I feel like I've not done that for a while. Minions don't speak gibberish. They speak a mixture of a lot of languages. Indonesian, Spanish, English, German, Japanese, Chinese. Not gonna lie, I actually didn't know that and found that pretty interesting. So we're off to a decent start. It's for kids, you fucking cunt. Chill. We were off to such a good start as well. You said in Cars 2 that you didn't care about longitude and latitude, so why are you sending them here? Could I employ you, please? Okay, Let It Go was an annoying song, but you refer to Happy as a dope track? I don't think so. It was just as annoying and awful as the Frozen song was. Because my taste in music is the definitive taste in music, and if you disagree with it, you are wrong. Okay, I might have added that last part myself. This was a great movie. Oh, that's nice. It's good to see some positivity once in a while. Oh, God, I hate Minions. I have a friend that's just like, oh my God, they're hilarious. And I'm that one kid in the corner making a rant about racism and sexism in modern time. I think this is meant to be a joke. And finally. No. No, make it stop. No! And with that, it's time for today's second end segment. Hi guys, and welcome to today's second end segment. I have a request. Now, recently it has been getting a little bit more tricky for me to write scripts. I've just been getting a little bit of the old writer's block, and it's nothing to worry about. But that's where the request comes in, because I would like you to help me with Cinema Sins. Now, I'm not going to be asking you to write my episodes for me, and I would like to preference this with please only participate if you actually want to participate. I'm not trying to make you feel obligated to join in on this. But here's what I'm going to ask you for. Sin suggestions. You may recall in my Everything Wrong with Alien CinemaSins video that YouTube user H5 left a big long list of suggestions for sins that I could use in that video. Now, I didn't end up using all of the sins that H5 suggested, but I did find that seeing someone else's perspective on the original CinemaSins video was really useful to get the creative juices flowing, so to speak. And those kinds of lists are the kinds of things I'm hoping for from you. Please don't feel obligated, but if you want to, please go and find a CinemaSins video, any CinemaSins video, and suggest a list of sins for it. And feel free to, in your comment, include some jokes, banter, or whatever you want, really. Because when it comes to it, the main thing I'm really looking for here is just some new perspective. Oh, and just so you know, I will be making sure to explicitly thank everyone who leaves suggestions in a future video. Alright, with that I think I've covered everything I wanted to say. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. And goodbye.